Hi folks, thank you for stopping by and taking this time to check out the Fit Blocks. I think you will find this very interesting and it could just change your life. Folks, what I'm about to tell you now is, I'm about to tell you what you are. No, I'm not going to tell you who you are. You already know who you are. You know your name, you know where you live, etc. And what you are may be something completely different from anything you have ever imagined. What you are actually has to do with a term that you may or may not be familiar with. And I'm going to give you that term right now, and perhaps later, at the end of this video, you will figure out what this is all about. The term that I'm referring to is called ground reaction force. Now that term may mean something to some of you, but it may mean nothing to many of you. And there are only a few people that I have ever met that even know what that term means, including doctors, trainers, and physical therapists. The truth is, with regards to your physical life, this is what makes you what you are. Put simply, ground reaction force is actually gravity that comes up out of the ground. Now you're probably wondering, how is that going to happen? How is gravity going to come up out of the ground? Let's picture a man standing on the sidewalk. Generally, we interpret that man is pushing down on the sidewalk. But at the same time, the sidewalk is pushing up on him. Those forces, the forces coming up out of the ground, are the ground reaction forces. Now what you are and what every person on this planet is, with regards to the way you move, the way you walk, how mobile you are or immobile you are, is all the result of how you interpret and assimilate those ground reaction forces coming up out of the ground. That's right, that is what you are. That is your potential energy. And that potential energy can often have a profound effect on a person's character as well. Many people experience difficulty moving, but that difficulty is only the result of their inability to interpret and respond to those ground reaction forces. As a result, they often must deal with pain, strain, and fatigue. And for older people, it becomes even more difficult because they are less able to feel, sense, and assimilate ground reaction forces. I have created a system called skeletal optimization, and the Fit Blocks are a vital part of that integrated system. The Fit Blocks automatically convert the way you touch the ground or walls and alter the path of those ground reaction forces through your skeletal system. But the key ingredient to remember is this. If your skeleton does not line up specifically with those ground reaction forces, well, guess what? Those ground reaction forces will wear you out, make you older, and sap your strength and make you weaker. There is only one solution to this problem, and that is to make those ground reaction forces travel upwards and pass through your skeletal system to reset and realign your frame and transform the shape that your body is in automatically. Regardless of your age, regardless of your weight, and regardless of your physical condition, all of those trappings are just the result of your inability to interpret and assimilate ground reaction forces properly. My system, Skeletal Optimization, utilizes a process called right angle optimization, which is the foundation of calculus and linear geometry, and it installs that whole system of forces into your skeleton in the right angle and correct relationship. Then your body switches, your skeleton switches, your frame switches, and with that your entire muscle system switches. And when all of those systems switch, your entire life will switch and you will change dramatically. Because now you will become a function of that ground reaction force system. You cannot get this in any gym. You cannot get this from any medication. You cannot get this from any machine, and healthcare workers haven't even begun to explore the benefits of this invaluable process. You will learn how to harness the power that comes up out of the earth in the way that Mother Nature had intended that system to work originally. By the way, this system will work on every planet. It doesn't matter what solar system or what galaxy, because each planet has ground reaction forces already. And do you know what that means? It means that this system is a divine system, because it exists absolutely everywhere. This is the law of the universe. This is the life force. And this system was put into place when the universe was set up. When the universe was created, this system of ground reactive forces was already installed so that this healing power, and it is truly a healing power, was put into place and was already presented to us as a gift, yet no one has figured out how to utilize it. Now, after 40 years of dedicated research and 5 patents, that is what I have accomplished. And that is what skeletal optimization is about. That is what the Fit Blocks are about. And that is what the rest of the family of products which utilize skeletal optimization is about. This is about transforming what you are, transforming what your friends are, and transforming what every single human being on this planet is, and giving each of them the necessary tools to change their bodies and change their lives, by pulling forces out of the earth and sending them upwards to reorganize one's entire biomechanical system in the way that Mother Nature had fully intended it to be done originally. Now put the fit blocks to work for you and get your frame into the game. Now it's understandable that many of you may feel reluctant about this concept and process, but just think of this. Imagine building a beautiful house on a faulty foundation. It's obvious that the frame of the house will quickly distort and fracture. Just remember one thing. Don't let your frame become that frame. I thank you. Ken Lay, Trainer Ken.